Okay, so once again, thank you guys so much for hopping on. I appreciate you being excited about this program, being willing to try something new. So I appreciate your guys' time tonight. We're going to make this be as quickly as we need it to be, or I am free until 9 o'clock if you need to stay until 9 o'clock. About 9 o'clock, though, is my bedtime, so I'm definitely going to be heading to bed by that time. But before we get started, I just want to just say a couple of things. And one thing is, like, this program is brand new. So I am learning this literally with you guys. So when you guys were able to see it on Monday, that was the first time I saw it. Typically, I have a couple of months ahead to be like, oh, I've done this. Here's the trick. Here's the trick. And literally, that's kind of exciting, though, because I like being on the journey with you guys also. But with that being said, I know that a lot of people have had a lot of apprehensions, nerves, things like that, and hopefully that's been eased a little bit. I think once you dig in, honestly, I have spent probably a fourth of the time planning my meals for next week than what I would have if I was doing 21 Day Fix or 21 Day Fix Extreme, because it's like, here's your containers. Go put them somewhere in your meals. And this, it's like, here's your containers for this meal. Figure out what you're going to eat for this meal. And so for me, I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but I kind of like being told what to do and when to do it, and I'll follow it. And maybe that's like the teacher in me, like, give me the rules, I'll follow the rules. But I know, because I've seen the before and afters, and I've heard the testimonials of people are literally obsessed with this program. And so I know it's something that if you give it a shot, and it'll take a week or 2 weeks to get used to, you will see the results that you need to see or that you're wanting to see. So with that being said, I definitely want to answer your all's questions. You can either take yourself off mute, or there's a little chat box at the bottom. I don't know if you saw that. If you're on a laptop, they're really easy. But you're welcome to open up that little chat at the bottom. If you click on it, it opens up, and there's a place where you can type in a message. And so if you're a little nervous to talk in front of everybody, you're welcome to put that in there. But I know that Kelly did start us off with a couple of questions in the group. And so I will go ahead and answer the ones that I have best. I will say I do not eat a lot of salad dressings, so I don't have a whole lot of suggestions with that. But one of the questions Kelly asked was about wraps, like what are the best brands of wraps? And I'll be 100% real. I've gone anywhere from like super strict on the type of wraps I use to like, I'm just going to get the ones at Aldi's. So the thing I always look for is 100% whole wheat. Anytime I buy bread, wraps, anything like that, I always look for the label 100% whole wheat. That was just something from when I was eating clean. I would try to look for that. I know a lot of people have liked the Ezekiel wraps. Ezekiel is a brand. It has a lot of whole grains and things like that in it. So they're going to be a little more expensive. But I'll be honest, I go to Aldi's and I buy the ones that are 100% whole wheat. They're up in the Mexican food section. And I like the flavor of them. I feel like they're pretty good ones. You asked about salad dressings, and I might defer that to letting me do a little research on it. I don't know about brands. There are some salad dressing that you can make on your own. So it kind of depends on if you're like, I don't have time for that, I need to go buy some. And it kind of also depends on what kind of salad dressing you like. So we might talk one-on-one, and then I might share a couple that I find that I feel like are good options. Oh, Tina really did bring her wine. I'm so proud of you, Tina. I love that. I love that. Okay, yeah, the Flat Out brand is a good brand also. I've bought those before. Ashley, I saw you did that. Okay, so what other questions do you guys have? Are you having trouble with any of the combinations? I'll kind of be quiet for a little bit, give you wait time to ask any questions if you have any.
Hey, Megan, it's Samantha.
Yay, Samantha!
You may not see my face. I'm not sure my camera is hooked up. And Shay may cry in the background. But my question is, what flavors of hummus are approved? Like, I prefer the roasted red pepper hummus, but I wasn't sure if like flavored hummuses were okay, or if I should be doing like original for like my blue container sometimes.
I don't think they put enough of the extra stuff in there for it to really matter all that much. I was kind of surprised that they're not more specific on the hummus, but I think as far as like the little food list, it just literally says hummus. And so I think you're okay with any of the, like I buy the one that has like pine nuts in it or something like that. So I think you're okay with just about anything with that one.
Okay, perfect. And then one follow-up question to that is, I feel like a blue container of hummus is a lot for me, for like 10 baby carrots or whatever the allotment is for carrots. So I guess like I just need to really focus on, you guys hear that?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, there's a little bit of squealing. I'm not hearing it for some reason. I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody that's not you, Samantha, and that might help if you're hearing a lot of background. Okay, is it better? Okay, I'm going to go ahead. If you have a question still, Samantha, go ahead and put it in the chat. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead. Looks like you're going to dial back in. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, so there was another one. 8 ounces of almond milk counts as a teaspoon, correct? Yes, Ashley, that is correct. And I know that's a little different than maybe if you've done 21-day fix. So I did notice that is one of that's not on this sheet. It's one of the other ones where they talk about almond milk being a teaspoon. So that's good if you're in the one where you're wanting to use it with Shakeology and you're like, ooh, I cannot do Shakeology in water at all, which I love Shakeology in water and ice, but some people would prefer almond milk. You can use that teaspoon as your almond milk. Okay, fruits. How are you getting this in? Fruit is not my favorite, and I have 5 portions to get in. Olivia, I won't lie, I'm a little jealous that you get to eat 5 fruits in a day. I know it depends on where those fruits are in the meals, but you can put some in Shakeology. I know that they had fruit, which I was surprised to see that store-bought salsa counts as a fruit, and tomato sauce counts as a fruit, which I was a little disappointed with. I wanted tomato sauce to be a vegetable, but whatever. So those are some options. Pumpkin puree can be mixed in with different recipes and stuff. So I don't know. I would honestly, Olivia, I know you were kind of worried about which category you were in. I would see how you do the first week. Like, keep in mind, this is not an eating contest. Like, if you are like, oh my God, I'm so stuffed at the end of the day, I literally cannot eat that much food again tomorrow. Well, then don't. But don't be cutting out vegetables because you don't like vegetables. Okay, so just be mindful of what containers you are skipping. And if you, at the end of the first week or the second week, and you're like, that's way too much food, maybe we need to bump you down a plan. It'll be okay. I was on a call, or I was listening to a call this morning of 3 girls that were in the test group, and a couple of them were in plan A, and they were like, with the intense workouts, we had to bump up a plan. So they were like, that was not enough food for us. So they actually moved up a plan, still had awesome results. And so see how it goes, Olivia. I think with these workouts, you might need a little extra food. We'll see. Okay. Can I put oatmeal in my Shakeology drink as well? Yeah, I think you could do, like probably you'd want to do dry oats. Is that what you're wanting to do? Yeah, you could blend some dry oats in there. That's what I was going to do, but I really liked my Ezekiel toast on the side. But I was going to do that. I also like to do like heat up oats and put a scoop of Shakeology in the oats and some peanut butter in there, and it's like a chocolate peanut butter goodness. It's so delicious. but you can make them dry also. Okay, what other questions do you guys have?
I have one, Megan.
Go for it.
So you said in your video earlier, like you can't move the containers around for different days, but you could move like the whole meal around. So that won't like, because I just noticed in like the middle of the day, I'm only getting a fruit and a protein. And I'm wondering if maybe I should have like my bigger meal, if that's going to throw off like the balance of the timed nutrition kind of thing.
No, so anything that I've seen from her, she said that meal option 1, and notice like I keep calling it meal 1, but really she calls in the thing, it calls it option 1, option 2, option 3. So I don't see this as being like AM to PM. It's more of like, here's an option, here's an option, here's an option, here's your pre-workout and your post-workout meals. And so those can be in whatever order they need to be, but like you can't take your blue container and put it in with option 3 because you want to have avocado with whatever that meal is or something. And I know that seems really strict, but I think it's one of those like, we just have to trust the process. Because even when I saw that, I was like, but I like my avocado with my tacos. And if I'm going to have tacos, I need to have a protein. And so I think it's just one of those like, let's just give it a shot. And you know what? If we're all like getting ripped after the first week, I think we're probably going to stick with what Autumn tells us to do. So I think it's just you give it a try and go for it. But yeah, you can move those meal options around. Because if someone works out in the middle of the day, you know, you're going to have to take one of those meals and put it up for your breakfast, and then the other 2 are going to be the rest of the day. So figure out when you're most hungry. Like I'm most hungry literally in the morning. So I love this because I get a ton of food in the morning. And then for dinner, I'm really not that hungry really, which is the opposite of my husband. He like comes home wanting a 5-course dinner. I'm like, honey, you need to eat more food during the day because that's not happening. Okay. What other questions? That was a good one though, Tina. Okay, Kelly, I saw yours pop up. So I'm on plan B and doing evening workout. Okay, worried about a yellow with my pre-workout meal. Can I skip that? As far as I know, you can take your pre-workout meal. You're worried about yellow with my pre-workout meal. So, okay, so let me maybe explain a little bit of her reasoning, why she's so strict about the pre-workout and the post-workout. I don't know if anybody's ever counted macros. I have never counted macronutrients at all, but I guess there is a time allotment before your workout and a time allotment after your workout that you are burning crazy amounts of fat and that you are building muscle, okay? So that's why the carbs are like smushed on the either side of your workout, because you need carbs to burn during your workout so that you're not burning your muscle, you're burning those carbs, and then you need them after it to rebuild your muscles back up. So for example, I'm going to throw to a different program. I did like, before I got pregnant, I did like a really like heavy lifting program. It's called Body Beast. And I was so intimidated. I never did it. It had me eating literally 9 carbs a day. I was eating 9 servings of carbs a day and I got ripped. I mean, I was like, no way is this going to happen. There's no way at all. And it worked because I was lifting heavier weights. So my body needed those carbs. I know our society is so terrified of carbs. They're so scared of it. But if you're eating the right kinds at the right times, your body will use them in the correct way, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So with that being said, I wouldn't skip it as your pre-workout, Kelly. She did say that you can take meal 1 and trade that out with your pre-workout. That was more, though, for the people that work out in the morning, not at the evening, and if they just needed something easy to digest. So does that make sense? Okay, and I'm not seeing Kelly. Okay, what other questions do you guys have? These are great questions. Nobody's going to ask about coffee? Is anybody coffee drinkers? Okay, were we just going to be like, I'm just not going to talk about coffee because I don't want her to touch my coffee?
So I'm a coffee drinker, but I love creamer, so mine's out. I can't drink it black.
I mean, they give options of cinnamon, lemon, pumpkin spice.
That's not enough sugar. I need more.
Milk, you can do
It's
milk.
okay. You know, a 6-week-old daughter, no coffee. I can make this happen.
Lots of Energize. That is,
Oh, yes.
I don't do any caffeine besides my pre-workout Energize, which when that runs out, that's not pretty, but okay. I see. I do milk and stevia. Cool. Any other questions? Any questions about the workouts? I feel like we've done a lot about Zevia sodas approved. I don't know much about those. I know I'll probably still drink a couple LaCroix. I don't really know what's in a Zevia. I'll have to get back on that one. I'll write that down. So I need to get back about salad dressings and Zevia. I think I've seen them at Hy-Vee. I just have never really looked at the ingredients and what's in them. Okay, so while I have a couple of newbies on here, like this is obviously your like food Bible, obviously. One thing I noticed is, did anybody notice that they don't have green beans on here as vegetables? Any thoughts on why green beans would not be on here? I did not see them at all. So I didn't know if they counted as something different, but that was kind of weird to me.
There's string beans. Is that not green beans?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Are string beans green beans?
I think so. I think they're still they're like the long ones that you get in the fresh produce that are like still in the case. I don't know.
I thought string beans and green beans were the same, but I don't know.
I had no idea. Obviously, I skipped right over it. I was like, I don't know what a string bean is. I didn't even highlight it. Okay.
Well, mine got cut off part of the way, so I'm like trying to read it, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to make up that word.
All right, good. String beans and green beans are the same thing. Maybe that's the fancy word for it, and I'm doing the Missouri version of it. Okay, I had a thought of some questions that usually come up. Oh, so some people have already asked about things like, I've gotten messages about like an RX bar or a Lara bar or things like that. So I'm very like, not crazy about bars because usually they come with a lot of sugar and they are processed. But sometimes we travel, sometimes we're in a pinch, sometimes we just need something, and that's a better option than a bag of potato chips or something like that because it is real ingredients. One thing of how I figure out what container it fits in is that I look at the ingredients. So I don't ever look at calories. I don't ever look at the nutritional value. Typically what I do is I look at the ingredients, especially the first 3 ingredients, because those are going to be the main thing that your food is made out of. If it has sugar as one of those first 3 ingredients, it's a no-go. Like you don't need that much sugar, in your system. So let's say that it is though, like nuts, dates, and something else, almonds or something like that. I would probably count it as a blue. So kind of think about like, what is the majority of what that actual dog, goodness gracious. So what is that mainly made out of? What are the ingredients that you're seeing most in that, whatever you're buying, and then go for that. Like, for example, I showed you guys my dinner for tonight, and the pasta, the only 2 ingredients was brown rice and quinoa. Well, both of those are on the yellow container list, so that's obviously, you know, counts as a good pasta option. I know I think they have whole grain pasta listed here too, but I think that would be a good alternative besides that. Okay. Anything else then?
I have another one. Sorry.
No.
Could you touch on the rest day meal plans and the refeed? Just to like help me understand. Like the refeed, it says it's every 2 weeks and you just add an extra yellow container. And then your rest day, I guess it just combines everything into 5 meals so you don't have the pre-workout meal, right?
Okay, so let's talk first about the rest day because that's going to come up on Sunday. Next Sunday, not this Sunday. This Sunday you can eat whatever you want. You go have yourself some pizza. No, I'm just kidding. Eat whatever you want on Sunday. But next Sunday, it's still expecting that you're following the containers. But it says that you can switch around your meal options to the order you would like. So you're supposed to keep those containers together, but you can switch them around to whatever. You obviously won't be taking performance. So if you take, I will probably still be drinking Energize, even on non-workout days, but you wouldn't need to take Recover or anything like that. So I think you can switch those around. So let's say you want to, you know, you want to have a carb for your breakfast, go for it. You can switch your meal option 5 to option 1. I'm not sure if that answers your question. So it's kind of like a tighter 21-day fix because she's still telling you put these containers together. She's just not telling you at what order. As for the refeed day, I have not looked at it at all. I know the purpose of that is that, one, it was suggested in the video I watched this morning that if you are doing, hold on a minute, I think we're getting some new people on and they're not quite muted. There's a little background. Okay, so one, if you are choosing to take cheat days, cheat meals, whatever you want to call them, treat meals throughout the program. So let's say Friday night you go and have some pizza, which that's your decision. I'm going to let you do that. She says that the refeed days are not for you, but the refeed days are in the second phase. And so honestly, I can't talk too much to them because I haven't looked at them because it's not until 6 weeks from now. So let's table that and let's talk about it whenever we get a little bit closer. Next month, I guess, is when we would be talking about it. So let's wait a little bit. Okay, Rudy said, can I use homemade salsa? For sure. And I think that homemade salsa does count as a vegetable. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, you guys. We've got someone needing attention. Okay, what other questions? How many of you all that I can see feel like you have a little bit of a meal plan, at least an idea of some of your meals? Audrey, quit doing this. That's why I had people start sharing theirs, because I want you to start, the plans aren't so completely drastically different. So what I want you to do is to start looking at other people's and be like, oh, that sounds like something I would like. Like, oh yeah, I like, you know, carrots and cheese stick and whatever the other option is. Like, I like those combinations, and take those and use them. That's why we have this Fit Tribe, is so that if you're a little nervous, you can use other people as support. Or you can ask, you know, like, I'm here to be your coach. I have been in my message box almost all day for that reason. I want to be here to answer whatever questions you guys have, you know.
I have a question.
Okay.
This is Tina. One, I wanted to know what pesto you use for your dinner tonight. And number two, does a cheese stick count as one blue container?
So the pesto, I don't remember the brand, but I can show you it. I bought it at Hy-Vee. It was just regular brand. I didn't make it. I had all these plans to make it, but I couldn't find the one of the ingredients. So
Okay.
that
I bought some from Aldi, and I wasn't sure, so.
I bought the
I
stuff
thought
from Aldi's. It just doesn't, the flavoring is not great. But it's still, I mean, you
Okay.
can use that one for sure. The ones from Aldi's is fine. As
Okay.
for the cheese, I think that one stick would be one blue container. I don't know. I've never
Okay.
broken it down. It might actually be 2 cheese sticks now that I think about it, though.
Two cheese sticks would equal 1 blue?
I'd have to look that one up.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Because I usually, if I was doing cheese, I usually would only eat one, but we'll look it up. I'll get back to you on that one.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Okay. Limited breakfast options. I think that depends on what you're eating for breakfast or what meal you're having for breakfast. If there aren't, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. I typically was always kind of just a Shakeology for breakfast kind of person, and that still is an option to have that for sure. Kelly, I'm not sure what are you looking to eat for breakfast? Missing my yellow. You're not doing your workout in the morning then? Because if you do your workout in the morning, you can definitely have all kinds of yellows for breakfast. How many containers do those egg cups you make count as? So I have usually 2 of the egg cups, so 2 of the muffin pans, and that counts as 1 green and 1 red is how that would count.
Megan?
Yeah.
Okay. I was looking on the Beachbody On Demand trying to make sure I had everything for tonight. And I don't know if you saw it, but they changed it. It's not different on the iPad, but on the computer. Autumn has put in recipes for like the pre-workout meals and those kind of things, and they've got a picture of them, and they've got videos for them and all this other. And there's for the pre-workout meal, there's a veggie egg muffin, which has all the green, the red, and the yellow, and she uses olive oil. So I was trying to look at what I had set up and what was on hers, and I may change it now to go back to the computer, because she's made it so much easier putting those things together.
Yeah, for sure. And I know, I think it was Tara shared that she had put potatoes in hers also. I like eating my carbs, and so I always try to keep those separate, but you can definitely add those in there. Did she still keep it only 2 cups for all that serving?
Well, I think so, but I didn't look at it. I mean, I was trying to fill this out and be ready for the call, but it just seemed like even how she had the post-workout meal, she had in a jar and she layered the things so you could kind of see them. And it was like with me traveling, it just made it look like I could do this much easier now that they have that there. But it's not on the iPad, which then I can't take that with me. But it's going to help me plan, and I think it's going to make it easier for all of us to be able to put meal 1, those containers for that meal, here's the options, so it'll be able to just pick them easier. So I was glad about that.
Was that on the Beachbody blog?
No, it's Beachbody On Demand. You go to program materials, and then the whole look of it is different. In fact, I had trouble finding, I'm in between the Plan C and Plan B. Mm-hmm. And so I thought, well, I'm just going to go ahead and print both of those. And so trying to find that again, that's when I found the other stuff. So I went ahead and printed both of them. And she did go ahead and say you need to start with the one you're in for at least a week, and then recalculate again. So that's how I'm gonna try to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'll definitely take a look at it. I haven't looked at those materials today yet again.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're adding more resources as they go, since it is so new, and finding out, oh man, people are struggling with this, so we need to give them more options with this. So I like that for sure. Rudy, they took away turkey bacon. Sorry, girl.
Oh.
That was one thing that I know was on the 21-day fix list, but it's not on this one. They do have turkey slices and ham slices, though. Nitrate free. Not the same thing, huh?
No, but I'll deal with it.
Okay. Looks like we're coming up on about half hour. If there's any other questions, I would love to answer them. Oh, yay, Jamie, now I can see you. I like your blue shirt. It's cute.
Yeah, sorry. I was driving home from work when I joined the call.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are working
Yeah.
nights and have all kinds of crazy schedules too. So
Yeah. So actually, I did have a question though.
yeah, go for it.
But I didn't want to answer or ask whenever I was driving in the snow. So since I work like basically 14-hour days, and like I just got home and I'm planning on working out at night, like after I get home from work, like following the time nutrition, that puts my meal at like 10:30 tonight after I work out. And it just seems really late to be eating and then just like going to bed.
Yeah.
Do you
So
recommend that I wake up in the morning and like just get over it and wake up early and work out and then?
So with that, keep in mind that post-workout meal is within 2 hours. So it's not 2 hours after you work out, it's within those 2 hours. Okay, so if you're like, man, I want to work out and eat and chill, you can do that. Like you don't have to wait those 2 hours. Okay.
I just misunderstood that. So that makes me a little less nervous about that then, because I was just really worried about having to like eat a meal at 10:30 and then go to bed with a at like 5 o'clock in the morning after work.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I heard what you said. You were coming out just a little bit, but I'm pretty sure you can eat it. It's within 2 hours. So you don't have to wait those couple hours. Man, that would be rough. Like I'm waiting around just to eat. No, thank you. These are good questions to ask though, because everybody's circumstance is a little bit different. And so I wanted to make sure that they get answered if they're needed. Okay. Any others? Okay.
Sorry, I have one more.
Go for it.
So this post-workout supplement, that's to eat like right after you work out, right? The fruit, like mine's a fruit. I don't know if it's the same for everybody, but can that be combined with your post-workout meal, or do you need to eat that like immediately after you work out?
No, and I thought that was in everybody's plan. So if you, oh my goodness, this dog is nuts tonight. Let me double check to make sure, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. So there is a page. I don't know if yours is page 11 in the like thing, but it says, like it has a diagram, and if you don't use Recover, then that fruit will go in with your post-workout meal.
Okay.
That is a hefty meal. That is a big meal for sure. Having all those containers in there. So yeah. Okay, any other questions? Oh man, Jamie, I just saw that it says 1 to 2 hours after. I think you'll be fine to eat it. If you're hungry after your workout, like eat it after your workout. You'll be okay. I know they want it within a certain block though. So you'll fit that block. Okay. Any others?
I guess I had a question. It's
Yeah,
about
go for it.
my only biggest concern, because I know there's like 2 days where it's like the workouts are a lot longer, and so my concern is just, sorry guys, I have like a 18-week-old now, so bedtimes have not been totally figured out yet. So life is just crazy. My husband's still, he's home and everything, but my biggest concern was just making sure I got the full workout in, like, because I'm probably gonna have to stop here and there if she wakes up, because we're just not there to where she's sleeping through the whole night. Like, it's just not there, and she's exclusively breastfed, so I'm just kind of worried about getting my full workouts in. And so I guess that's one of my worries or concerns. So I didn't know if anybody had any feedback or anything.
Yeah, I think in an ideal world, we're all going to get every single workout in. We're all going to eat at the perfect time, and we're all going to eat the exact containers. But let's be real that this is life and stuff's going to happen. And so if you get, now I don't know if I'd want to skip those 60-minute workouts because I'm pretty sure they're legs and booty. So I'm like, ooh, those sound like, I don't know, at least for a little obsessed, those have been the fun ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be all about like skipping out on the 30-minute cardio workouts. But keep in mind, like, if you get 30 minutes of your workout in, you get 30 minutes of your workout in, and that's better. That's what you have been getting in is 30 minutes. And so I know it's going to be tough, but if you have to go to work, like, you have to go to work, and if you have time later to finish it, then that's great. But I would love to say, like, this is something that you could do while you're holding your baby. But I think with bands and loops and sliders, it's just not one of those programs that.
Yeah, that probably won't work. She's starting to grab stuff now, so.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's the answer you wanted to hear, but I think I don't know if you need permission to, like, get in what you can get in. But I'm saying.
I kind of I just needed some reassurance. Like, I'll try my best, but I know what reality is going to happen. And we're just going through some phases. So yeah.
Yeah. And I know you're going to try your best, Rudy. I know that you're going to, like, you're a no excuses kind of person. And I love that about you. So I know that it legit, there was no other, there was no other solution. It wasn't like, oh, I didn't feel like it today. Like, I know that's not happening with you. So I think you'll get in what you can get in, and the nutrition piece will be most of your results.
Mm-hmm.
So focus on a really great day if you don't get your full workout in then.
Okay.
For sure.
Thank you. That helps.
No problem. Okay. Any others? Marla's working away. I bet she's, like, writing her meal plan right now. I love it. Okay.
I have one question. Oh. I'm going to be working out in the mornings, but usually I'll have to leave the house around 6. So I'm not going to do the big meal in the morning. I'm probably going to do, like, the Shake-O, drink it, and then go straight to the workout.
Yeah.
Do you think that's okay? I mean, I may not even give myself like 30 minutes before I start the workout.
Yeah. So,
okay.
So that is, like, the exception is you can swap out that pre-workout meal with meal one, which is like a fruit, your Shakeology, and a teaspoon, I think. So, it's a really light meal. We're going to learn about our bodies through this process also. So you're going to learn how long it takes you to digest. And if you're like, oh man, like chugging your Shake-O and you work out and, like, your stomach's rumbling 15 minutes in, then we probably need to give ourselves 20 or 30 minutes before we start our workout, And so we're really going to start, like, I want you to really pay attention to what your body does and how your body reacts to certain foods and how long it takes to digest that food. And so those are all good things to learn anyways, like, you need to know what foods give you energy and what foods drain you and make you feel awful. And we're going to learn that through this process because we're kind of being forced to figure it out. But I think that's a good thing, to be in tune with your body and the foods that your body needs, I guess is the best way to put it. So I think that's totally okay. Autumn said that she can literally, like, slam her whole meal and go to her home gym and work out. And she's like, if I don't do that, I'm, like, starving halfway through my workout. And I was like, okay, but like her body, like, I mean, obviously she's ripped. So her body like digests food really quickly because she has a high metabolism. So you'll figure it out. I think that's totally okay. Like that like pre-workout space, I think is the most flexible, at least from all the videos I've watched Autumn do, for sure.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah.
Can you drink on this workout? I mean, I'm 22, so of course, like I like to go out with my friends. She's laughing at me.
No, drinking is not allowed on the plan, but but like I'm saying, this is your journey, your results. Like it's one of those things of like, I'm not going to say do not drink because obviously I'm pregnant. I'm not going to be drinking. So if anybody wants to join me on the no booze train, you all are all welcome.
I'm there.
Yeah, Rudy's breastfeeding. We're all, Samantha's breastfeeding. We are like, so with that being said, like I can share with you some lower calorie options if you're like, I really want to have a drink tonight. Like what are some acceptable drinks according to 80-day obsession, Autumn Calabrese's baby? It is not allowed.
Some healthier ideas would be good for me.
I think anything that you can do that has like a vodka water mix is always probably the lowest calorie. I don't know.
Okay.
I have a coach that's like an expert at that kind of stuff. So I'll ask Courtney about it because she's my like go-to, like she likes to have her drinks.
I thought about the only one.
Good question though. Good question. Okay, what else? I feel like someone's trying to talk, but I can't hear them.
I couldn't tell who it was. It didn't show up.
There you go. Ashley's helping you out. Vodka water with lemon and lime is best. I love that you guys are asking these questions, though. That's what we're here for. Okay. All right. I'm going to head to bed. If y'all don't have any more questions, then.
I'm good.
Tito's is gluten-free. Man, like all these options. You just ask that question in the group, and I bet that you'll get plenty of comments of some healthy drink options. Low calorie. We won't call them healthy drinks. We'll call them low calorie drink options. There you go.
Megan, I had a question because I didn't see in your post, and I'm not sure. Were we supposed to have anything down for the rest day or just for our first week meal plan? Does that make sense?
I was going to kind of wing the rest day. I won't lie. So
Okay.
I think you're good. If you want to have a plan for it, go for it. I think it's just following those containers. So I think you can probably figure out some foods for it.
Okay. Sounds good.
It seemed like a lot of people were kind of sticking to similar foods, or at least like an every other day kind of food option.
I think with my meal plan, I just gave options because I know what we'll have in our house, and my husband likes to cook, so he's a cook, so I know what he'll kind of stay on his route of. So I just kind of put like, these are the things I may have. It'll be somewhere in this order. So it won't look like it's all straight. It's just going to be all like, because I let him go at it. If he enjoys it, I just let him go at it.
Yeah, for sure. And especially for dinners, I like to not have like a set, like, this is what I'm having on Monday, because on Monday I might feel tacos instead of chicken. And so it just kind of, I think as long as you're sticking within your containers, you're good to go.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. As always, you are free to message me. You're free to ask questions in the group. I have loved the engagement and excitement that I've seen. I feel like we've gone from like Monday, oh my gosh, I'm terrified, I'm scared, oh my gosh, what's going on, to like we're getting a little more comfortable. So that's really exciting for sure. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about some expectations. I highly, highly, highly encourage you guys at some point in time this weekend. I'm not even encouraging. I am expecting that you take some kind of before pictures. If you're terrified to send me your before pictures, I want at least your measurements and weight just to hold you accountable so that we have something to compare from here to phase 1. Because if you are the same at phase 1, we need to change some things up, okay? And so as your coach, I need to know where you are. When I was a teacher, we did all kinds of like before beginning of the year tests because I need to know where my kids were with reading, where they were with their writing, where they are in math, things like that. And so this is your pre-test. I need to know where you are so I can tell where we're gonna need to go and what your goals are and things like that. So I'll be talking more about that tomorrow. As far as eating though, you guys are good to make your plans. We'll talk this weekend about getting ready for Monday then. So that's where we're headed. I appreciate you guys hopping on, and I'll talk to y'all later. Okay, see ya.
Bye.